Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host. We're here at Just Talking, and we're going to be talking about esports today. I am Zach. With me, as always, is my ace in the hole,
AJ.
All right. So today we're going to talk about esports and
Sounds
how.
Like it came from a long run of porn. Ace in the hole. They used to call me.
Ace in the hole.
Series 1 through 36. Like 37, I was career ended.
That would be so perfect. You just like walk in, you're like, I hear you sprung a leak that you need fixed.
All right, esports.
Yes, esports. All right, so let's start off. How do you feel about esports?
I'm not a big fan of esports.
No,
I know a lot of people are, but I don't know. Not a big fan of like. Oh, maybe it's football for nerds. I don't know.
but does that make it such a bad thing? Do you think? I mean, do you think having like that ESPN aspect of video games now in our nerd culture?
I think we stand on the same point where I don't like that game creators modify existing games and create new games. They could have had been fun playing on a recreational social level to cater to esports crowds.
Okay, yeah, I would totally agree. The first example I always think of, so growing up, Starcraft was one of my most all-time favorite
Starcraft
RTSs.
was awesome.
That was like way better. I think it's the best real-time strategy ever.
Well, it's one of the great ones.
I would say it's the best. The best. You know, you have three unique factions that are nothing alike, all using very different technologies. It was just really perfect. Different strategies with each of them is really good. StarCraft II was then announced like 12 years later after the originals come out. It's a very, very long time. Now, the thing that some people don't know about
Hold on, his phone's ringing.
so awkward.
All right, we're good. Back to the show.
Yes.
All right.
Excuse our technical difficulties from our sponsors, cell phones. So yeah, no, it comes out 12 years later. And the big thing about the StarCraft 2 coming out was that like it was so much longer, but StarCraft 1 is huge in tournaments. Like it became ginormous, especially if you're Korean, because those guys are like they're tapped into the matrix.
Well, they're hardcore.
I'm pretty sure they have microchips in their hands. They hover over the keyboard and the game just does stuff. I don't know how they do it, but it's pretty nuts. StarCraft 2 comes out and the campaign was fun. I enjoyed the campaign. I actually thought that StarCraft has one of the more underrated lores that people just don't follow. But the problem that I have is that it's primarily focused on multiplayer. Like they change things. The second expansion comes out and it changed things. And there's units that are here. There's no more units here. Like they just take things out. They put things in, and it kind of lose some of that mystique that I love so much with the originals, where you just have extra units and you just go in it. Do you have an example of a game
that modified a lot for esport? RTS are classic. I mean, I think the MOBA was basically a hybrid of an RTS.
Yeah,
if anything, he's gonna mess with his microphone on camera.
I was just making sure that the sound was perfect for them. Don't ruin this. Don't ruin a good thing right
now. I mean, a lot of games have just even like first-person shooters.
Yeah,
CounterStrike is a big one to name. Battlefield, like Battlefield 2 was a big
Call of Duty.
I mean, Call of Duty tournaments. I mean, I was even in several Battlefield tournaments, and then a lot of off the wall games. Got involved. Halo tournaments.
Madden.
Madden's huge. I mean,
which is ironic if you think about it.
But I mean, I don't think they changed a lot of those games to suit the needs for MOBA player or not MOBA players, for esports crowds. But I mean, I just don't like you get the corporate sponsorships and then these weirdos get names on their mice. And, and I don't know. They're taking away from their core audience of fans who like to play games and do it for fun. And then you get then you segregate the crowd. You get these elitists. And, I'm the best at League of Legends. Oh, who gives a crap?
I think the biggest thing, like you said it, like first-person shooters, I feel like for Call of Duty Battlefield, CounterStrike, and Madden. Those really are the ones that took, esports to a whole mainstream level. Like these things are showing on ESPN now, and like you and I, we've always kind of been present in the knowing about the tournaments and professional players. Like even fighting games. That's a topic we didn't even touch.
Mhm.
Like fighting game tournaments are everywhere. Evo is one of the biggest fighting game tournaments that is held in Vegas every year. Just ginormous thing, and like maybe 75% of the population that actually goes there are just audiences watching it like you would like an actual game. But I think the problem is as like we said that the more and more that esports is becoming more predominant in our culture, the more I feel like our games are being dumbed down and they're just not meant they're meant to just be fun. And because they're so much fun and so good, that's what gives the competition its true meaning. But if you're crafting it specifically to make it about competition, to me it takes away a lot of the fun factor.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know, I'm just not a fan of it. I don't know. Maybe it's just my play style, my generation. Maybe it's a younger kid thing.
I think it just kind of it starts making video games more. It's kind of like making it more like sports is now, like football. Oh, I play football for fun. It's like at a certain point now, video games are now being associated like, oh, I just play video games for fun. Video games was always for fun. Like
Yeah.
there was never concept of being like I'm gonna be a professional gamer. Like that whole concept is kind of skewed. It changes a person's perspective on how games are made. There are guys that they're just playing Call of Duty and that's the only thing they know, and it's kind of sad. Well, honestly, no, it's even sadder that like there are guys out there who literally love football and love sports, and they just play Madden, which is kind of ironic because it's a game about a football game, and now there's tournaments about playing the game that's also a competition in the game. It's like a weird inception. It's like six things inside of things, and you're gonna fall into limbo. And then Ken Wannabe's
In
not
the
gonna
end,
know who
all
you
he really wants is the password to save. So
exactly.
it's
Yeah, and then Ken Wannabe's gonna be looking at you like, I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are, video games. Who are you?
who are you these
So last thing, our last point. Where do you think esports will be 10 years from now? How do you think esports will
Well, if he
change?
keeps accelerating the way it is, I mean, I'm actually shocked you don't see it more on mainstream TV. I know they have it on ESPN. It used to be on G4 when G4 was still around.
R
Spike,
RIPG4.
great network. Tragic end.
Now it's GQ, I think.
Now it's GQ and they show
So sad.
like crap. Everyone misses a good movie, good game show. But I don't know. I think it'll be huge. It's just going to keep accelerating. The game audience is one of the largest entertainment industries in the world.
Yeah,
It's just going to get bigger and bigger.
I see it becoming a thing where, you know, every year there's certain networks that like take over based on the sports that are going on, like TNT and TBS. TNT has the basketball kind of lockdown. TBS kind of does baseball, and then of course the major networks do football. Um, I think at some point you're gonna see someone take over and show video games. There's just gonna be a season of just video game
I think the
tournaments.
more games get more realistic, it's going to be more popular to non-gamers at that point.
I mean, it already is more popular. I mean, Twitch, YouTube. I mean, those are becoming things now where people just watch video games. Minecraft, number one watched game, and
Sure, it's not Minecraft.
so I said Minecraft.
Oh, I think you said Starcraft.
No,
It's
Minecraft.
not the craft. I got confused in the craft.
Lots of craft. Also a movie. Not as good.
No, not as good.
Not as good as StarCraft
Not
or
as good as
Minecraft.
Starcraft.
Well, making shooting crafts coming soon to a theater near you. Um, so let us know in the comments below. Like, subscribe, what you guys think of esports, or if you need to know what esports is, go and click on that top tab, open a new tab, and look up esports in Wikipedia. Thank you for watching, and have a good one.
Right.